Welcome back for the Raw Vegan Common Struggles video playlist number 8, which I will link the playlist series down below in the description box, as well as the link to the Raw Vegan Bundle. The Raw Vegan Bundle is here for 3 more days. We only have 3 more days to be able to grab this bundle. Over $1,700 worth of goodies for $50. Over $1,700 worth of goodies for $50. Right? There's a collaboration book in there of all kinds of different appetizers that we built together. Everybody kind of, well, not everybody, but there's several people who put in recipes into that appetizer book. So that's a really cool contribution, and that you can only get exclusively in this particular bundle. Everything is brand new, so be sure to click the link down there, check it out to see what is in store for you. It can help you on your journey. All right, so let's get into this video. Welcome back to Recalibrate with Nate, and in this video I wanted to talk about being overwhelmed. This is definitely kind of a common theme of messages I get too. People are just, they're saying they're overwhelmed. There's so much to learn, there's so much to do, they don't know what to do. So this can definitely be a struggle, a common struggle on this particular diet. Yeah, just some people are scared. They don't know what to do, they don't know where to start. Makes them uncomfortable thinking of how they don't know what to do, what tools to have. And that's where I created my course, the Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course, which is basically going over everything that I've learned and what I really feel is very beneficial in so many ways on this particular diet in the kitchen when it comes to the different tools and devices to use. So that can, of course, be kind of overwhelming too, like investing on different tools. And that's where I broke up the course into different modules, talking about the essentials, some of the helpful items, some of the stuff that's a bit more expensive, and we get into different things like, what we bring with us traveling, the dehydrator and the freeze dryer. That's our newest addition, is the freeze dryer, and that's a pretty expensive investment. And that can be kind of overwhelming in a lot of ways for people. So, it's understandable that people would be feeling this way. Now, the thing is to get comfortable with the idea that we don't need to know it all, right? Like, you don't need to know it all. Like, you just kind of move along one day at a time, step at a time, and you learn more as time goes. And you start to implement the tips and tactics and strategies that other people are sharing. And hopefully what you're getting here on this channel as well. My wife's channel is a great channel to go to. There's some really good information out there on how to just take it day by day, because if you think about the full picture and trying to learn everything and, wanting to have all the best and, have everything perfect, it can be kind of overwhelming. So the first thing to do, it would be just to start adding more to your diet, right? Like, just if you're not used to eating a lot of raw foods, just add more. That's going to be better, right? Maybe you have toast and jam for breakfast, right? Or maybe you have some cereal and milk or some oatmeal. Yeah, maybe swap that out. Just the breakfast. I'm just doing the breakfast. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to be raw vegan for breakfast, And you do raw vegan for breakfast, you just have a smoothie. That's better than not doing anything, right? So just take it one day at a time and just do the best you can. Then, of course, maybe you start to add in more things. Maybe you're like, what? I'm doing raw vegan breakfast. I'm going to do raw vegan breakfast and lunch, right? And maybe you're doing your cooked meal at dinner, right? So right there, it's just, you're not overwhelming yourself. You're just taking it a little day at a time. Maybe you have a cooked lunch, right? And then you have your raw dinner. Your raw breakfast and your raw dinner. That's better than not having any raw food, right? So, but not to overwhelm yourself, just take it one day at a time and just add in some more. See how you feel. Check in with yourself. Like, I just ate a melon. How do I feel? I actually feel really good. That felt way better than the bagel, So it's definitely something to keep in mind. And, just don't be so hard on yourself. That's the biggest thing. Now, of course, this would be another reason why to get the bundle. The bundle is full of all kinds of information and recipes to where it really just takes the thinking out of it. All you do is you just write down what the recipe, what you need to make that recipe, get the stuff, make it, taste it. If you like it, make it again. If you don't like it, kick it to the curb, you know? So the bundle is a great resource to pull from. Of course, that's a lot of ways why the contributors are putting these sorts of things together, is to help other people from feeling overwhelmed. Because it can be overwhelming. When you tap into any world, whatever it is, it can be overwhelming in a lot of ways, because you're like, oh my gosh, there's all these things. I need to do everything. I need to do everything perfect. But we don't. We just do the best we can day by day. Another thing would be to work with your gut, right? Like, where is your microbiome score right now, your diversity score? And the best way to do this is to get a gut test. All right, you just sign up for the gut test. I'll link this below. It's the Ombre Lab, and it's basically just you send in a little stool sample so they can study like how many bacteria you have that are beneficial, what you need more of, what you need less of, foods that is, and you can kind of work with where your gut is at, because some people, you know, may be overwhelmed because they felt so uncomfortable when they had a half of a melon, or they drank that smoothie in the morning, and you know, maybe their gut isn't necessarily set up to be able to process all of that fiber at once. So if that's the situation, you don't want to kick it to the curb, the whole thing. You just want to start to implement a little bit more and more day by day, slowly. So work with where you're at, right? And of course, it takes time to grow. It really just takes time, just like anything. And just remember, it's all about progress over perfection, right? If you're progressing a little bit day by day, you're striving towards a good thing, right? It's so interesting with perfection, because we can have this thing in our mind where we can envision exactly where we want to be and what would be perfect. And once we get there, once we do the steps to get where we feel is perfect, we're going to have a different mindset at that point. We're going to be like striving for more perfection. We're never going to reach this perfection point. So just progress over perfection is something to really solidify into your mind. Progress over perfection. If you're doing little bits day by day and you're doing better for yourself each day, that's better than trying to be perfect and stressing yourself out and being overwhelmed because you're just trying to reach this perfect point, you know? So anyways, that's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed it. Short little videos here. Hope you're enjoying this playlist. You know, kick me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, you know, subscribe, all that jazz, thumbs up, all the good stuff, right? And yeah, be sure to check out that raw vegan bundle. There's only, what, three more days left, and it's gone forever. That is definitely something you want to check into if you're into raw vegan, you know, the raw vegan way of life. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one. Love you.